gonna make do with what we have. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Nichelle here, and I guess this is episode 2 of this series that I do not know the name of. Last week I talked about why I'm doing this. Today, I'm filming, it's the same day. One of the things I realized that I need to do before starting anything with this business is I need to create an ideal schedule. I made a schedule for myself. I'm gonna pull it up because transparency. It's very structured, which is good, but also like I have not been following this at all, and I think it's because I don't really know what I need to do. My schedule has been kind of off for a while, like even before this whole coronavirus thing happened. This is kind of forcing me and making me realize like, oh man, I seriously need to prioritize and schedule out my day, because I wasn't before and I'm definitely not doing it now, and it's biting me in the ass right now. I went to Target, bought myself a whiteboard. Ooh, you want to be sick as if I did an overhead shot. Hello, my light and my camera almost fell and I didn't record. I kind of wish I was recording. Ugh. My days need to consist of work, personal. Because I'm working from home, all of those are congregating in the same space. So I need to figure out how to divide my time. Now, work life consists of everything that I'm getting paid for, and it also consists of outreach. So me going out to reach new clients, to work with new clients. My goal by the end of all of this is to at least have 2 new clients. The work life, outreach, managerial work, and then production. What I wrote down for managerial work, like manager type work, time management, blah, 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 more of like the strategy and the thought process, is emails, scripting, feedback, and organization. Actually, in the book that I mentioned in the previous video, I'm too lazy to go and get it, and also I'm afraid that this is gonna fall. The author talks about how you should split up your time into the different type of work. So you shouldn't try to go back and forth between answering emails and editing, or doing something that's very strategic and something that's very technical versus something that's more creative. Those are 2 different types of work, and so I need to figure out how to separate the 2. Production, what I mean by production is filming and editing, and even then, filming and editing, I want to split up into 2 separate time slots just because I have to be in the right mindset to film, and I also have to be in a different mindset to actually edit. To go back and forth between filming and editing, it takes a lot of energy and it takes a toll on me, so if I can split up my week in a way to where I only film on certain days and I only edit certain days, I think that would be ideal. And so personal, I wrote down a lot of things for personal, and this is, you know, just the basic stuff that I feel like you would need to do in your personal life. Exercise, because I need to get back into exercising. Basic hygiene. You would be surprised how much I would neglect my basic hygiene, like showering, morning routine, night routine. The reason why I'm wearing a t-shirt on my head is because I just showered. Something that a lot of people don't really mention is if you're going through like depression or anxiety or like some sort of mental health state, the basic necessities that you would do in your life, they're hard to do when you're going through that. Another thing I need to write down in my schedule: eating, relaxing, because I don't know how to relax. Cleaning, just, you know, basic chores that you would do around the house. And learning. I would consider that something personal. Now, I also want to leave enough room within my schedule to have a little bit of flexibility. Like, I think one of the reasons why schedules don't work for a lot of people is because it's too structured. And sometimes that can be extremely overwhelming for people. I'm looking for the eraser right now. I don't know where it is. I think you need to give yourself enough flexibility, especially like if you're a freelancer, especially if you're in this creative business world. You need to give yourself enough flexibility to where you can rearrange things, just because you don't know other people's schedules, they might not fit with yours, so you need to have that option to be flexible. But I don't want it to be too flexible to where I'm just gonna convince myself to not do anything. So in the book, you know, I'm just gonna get it. Please don't fall. All right, so in this book, like I said, he talks about splitting up your schedule into different tasks depending on the type of work that you're doing. So you never want to go back and forth between sending emails and editing, assigning tasks or giving feedback and filming. Like, those are 2 very different mindsets that you need to be in. So you want to segment your day or your week into those different mindsets. Another thing that he mentions in this book is that you need to solve problems. That's your whole goal, is to solve a problem. And a lot of the reasons why we have a hard time solving problems sometimes is because we don't actually know what we're trying to solve. We don't know the actual objectives and goals. The second thing that I need to try to solve, what time, that's a clock, would be best. So I need to figure out when would be the best to wake up, to sleep, film, wind down, / relax. For wake up time, sleeping, filming, all of this, I want to try to create a schedule that works best with everyone because I don't want to annoy people because we're all stuck at home. So, best time to wake up, my mom leaves for work 5 a.m. My dad leaves for work at 11 a.m. I think my brother gets up 10 a.m. I think somewhere between this window. Maybe like around 7 to 8 a.m. If I want to wake up 7 to 8 a.m., the best time for me to sleep is around midnight. Let's say I wake up at 7 a.m. every day, all the way to 12 a.m. What do I want to do when I wake up? So I kind of want to start the day off not like immediately jumping into work, because I know I used to do that before and that would stress me the out. So we're not doing that. We're not gonna jump straight into work. I'd like to ease into the day. And something I actually started doing, I've only done it for like the past few days, is journaling. And I want to make it a daily habit to journal for a little bit and to also read for a little bit. I'm in my Google Calendar right now and this is my current schedule. So I wrote down my morning routine from 8 to 9 a.m. Honestly, I kind of want to push that up a little bit. So I'm going to be pushing it up from, let's say, 7 to 8. And what I really want to do is leave half-hour gaps in between each of my tasks, so that way I have room to work with. I do want to check my email at least once every single day during the weekdays. I don't think I'm going to need to film every single day, which is why I'm not blocking it out for every single day. So I think, actually, you know, now I'm looking at it, the schedule isn't that bad. I split my schedule up into what I call work sprints. I think Matt Diavella also calls it work sprints. Basically, I'm sectioning it off to where I only work 3 hours at a time, or I only work a certain amount of hours at a time, and then I give myself a break. I think what I want to do is leave one full day. I think that's what I ended up doing, to where oh, that's not what I ended up doing. Okay, we're gonna change it to Monday to Friday. Irregular work scheduling. So that way I have the weekends to do whatever I want. I think I also want to put a cap on when I stop doing work, like when I actually stop doing paid work, simply because I need to put an end to work. And I also want to have more time to learn and to work on my personal stuff. So I know I wrote this out here, work sprint number 3, but I think from 8 to 10, I want to focus on learning. I want to have time to, girl, I got all the time in the world. Because I'm stuck at home, I have all the time in the world to work on work stuff, to work on personal stuff. Like I said before, I want to have enough flexibility in my schedule to address things and move things around if I need to. So Saturdays, I kind of want to leave just completely open. I just want to make sure that I have the basic morning routine. So that leaves a big chunk of time from 1:30 to 7:30. That leaves 6 hours where I'm just not doing anything. And then that leaves Sunday are days where I do personal work. So yeah, that looks good. And then basically what I'm going to be doing with this entire schedule is, it's very vague now in my actual calendar. Within my morning routine, I would write exactly what I need to get done on that specific day. And I think that's why I started getting confused in the beginning, is because every day is going to be different. Like some days I need to tackle certain projects, other days I need to tackle other projects. And so I'm going to be doing that as well, is plan out my day at the beginning of my day, just because every single day is different. So now that I have my ideal schedule, again, this is all just a general time frame. There is room for flexibility, which I am banging on. I'm probably going to be referencing this book throughout this entire mini series, if you will, just because that's basically about organization for creatives. One of the things that the author mentions is that there are many problem areas that you're going to run into. So your goal is to really identify what those problem areas are by phrasing it in a form of a question. What factors are preventing me from starting this ideal schedule? Having my phone literally on my bed. I don't have a nightstand, I just have my piano, and then my phone just sits literally on my bed. I ended up moving my plug outlet from my phone across my room and I'm gonna be placing my phone over there from now on. I think another reason it's been really hard for me to stick to the schedule is because I haven't really established a morning routine or a night routine. I remember when I was working full-time in a warehouse, I was kind of forced to have a morning routine and a night routine. I would wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, and I built a routine. On my days off, I would wake up early and cook breakfast, and I would read, and I had structure and I had a schedule. I don't have set boundaries of when my day starts and when my day ends. Establishing a solid morning and night routine is a must for me. I think another reason why it's been really hard for me to even start the schedule is because I'm not giving myself enough time to get ready for the day and also to wind down and relax. It kind of, ties back into the morning routine and the night routine. Instead of immediately jumping into work or immediately going to sleep right after work, I need to have moments where I just relax, ease into the day, and ease out of the day. So another question that I wrote for myself that I think would be a problem area are the factors that are preventing me from maintaining this schedule, from sticking to the schedule. One of the things is that my phone is constantly on me. He talks about it in this book about how we're constantly distracted by our phones. We're constantly checking emails. Our brains are always going back and forth between the different types of tasks that we're doing. And so my goal is to separate those into different segments. Maybe this is just me. Actually, no, I know for a fact this is not just me. I feel like creators have the tendency to try to get one project done start to finish in a single day. And I know that that is not how I like to function, because sometimes that will cause me to work on a video for 18 hours. And that's not healthy. And so I need to give myself enough time throughout the entire week, and I need to stretch out projects over the course of a week as opposed to just a single day. This schedule does seem pretty solid. Hope you guys like this video. I feel like these vlogs are going to be kind of all over the place because, again, I'm just trying to figure my out. I'm trying to figure out my life, figure out how to organize this whole creative business thing. But I couldn't do that until I actually made a schedule for myself. In doing so, I hope it will give me enough time and enough clarity to think this business through to help me structure my business around my life instead of structuring my life around the business, because that seems unhealthy. I think I tried doing that once. That just stressed me the out. So I'm not doing that. If you guys have any questions for me, also leave them down below in the comments. Give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Anyway, see you guys next week. Bye.